Everyone, how are you all? Welcome back. As we have studied yesterday the types of sentences, so today we are going to study about the subject and a predicate. We are learning about a sentence only. Earlier in the first class, we studied that what is a sentence, then we studied the types of sentence, and now today we are going to study about the subject and predicate, right? Let us recap the types of sentences very quickly. First one is assertive or declarative. Second is imperative. Third is interrogative. And the fourth one is exclamatory sentences. Right. So today I will be teaching you that how can we identify the subject in these different types of sentences. Right. So first I will tell you that in a sentence there are two parts. Right, the first one is a subject and a second one is a predicate. Right, so first we are going to study about the declarative sentence. Okay, and I want to tell you that the word is a subject. It's not necessary that a word can be a subject. Okay, a group of words can also be a subject. Fine. So now I'm starting with a declarative sentence. Okay. So let's take an example that Jatin bought a pair of shoes. So I'll ask a question. Who bought a pair of shoes? So I got an answer. Jatin. Jatin bought a pair of shoes. So I got an answer. Jatin. So Jatin is a subject. Okay, now if I take another example, that is a beautiful monument was built in the middle of the garden. So I'll ask, what is built in the middle of the garden? So I'll get an answer, a beautiful monument, right? So a beautiful monument is a group of words. So it is not necessary that a single word can be a subject. Okay, it can be a group of words also. Okay, now the person or a thing that performs the action is called the subject, and the rest of the sentence which tells that what a subject is or what a subject does is a predicate. Okay, so in every type of sentence we can ask a question by who or what. So we can identify the subject of sentence. The subject, it always comes before the verb. Okay, it always before comes the verb in the declarative sentence. Okay, in declarative sentence only I am telling you that the subject will always comes before the verb. So to identify the subject, we always ask a question, as I told you earlier, that we will ask a question who or what. So we will get the subject. So now I will teach you with the help of some more examples. So like how to identify the subject in the declarative sentence. If you see here, now let me show you that declarative sentence that the puppy sleeps in the basket. So I asked a question, who sleeps in the basket? And I got the answer, the puppy. So the puppy is a subject and the rest that is sleeps in the garden is a predicate. Right? The injured man was taken to the hospital. Who was taken to the hospital? The injured man. So I got the answer, the injured man. So the injured man is a subject and the rest, that is was taken to the hospital, is a predicate. Right? So the injured man is a group of words. It's not a single word. So it is a group of words. Okay. Now I'll come to the interrogative part. The next type of a sentence is interrogative sentence. So in an interrogative sentence, we are having the helping verbs. As you have studied in 4th class, there are helping verbs is, am, are, was, were, right? So in the interrogative part, the question starts with these helping verbs. So in the interrogative sentence, the subject always comes after the helping verb, right? In the declarative sentence, the subject always comes before the verb, and in interrogative sentence, the subject always comes after the helping verbs. For example, if I give you an example, is Ritu unwell? I will ask the same questions like who or what. So, who is unwell? Ritu is unwell. So I got the answer Ritu, right? So Ritu is a subject in this interrogative sentences. I'll show you with more examples so that it will be clear to you. So interrogative sentence, as I told you, subject always comes after the helping verb. Is Ritu unwell? Do you like vanilla ice cream? Who likes vanilla ice cream? You. So I got an answer. So you is a subject, right? Okay, now let us read the sentences. I'll read few sentences, and in these sentences you will notice that there is no direct subject which you can find. So there are 3 kittens on the rooftop. Here is a book you can read. It is a decision you have to take. So what do you think is a subject in these sentences? Because there is no direct subject in there. Okay, like in declarative and in interrogative we can easily find out, but in these sentences we are unable to find out. So for sentences beginning with this, there is, here is, or it is, we should keep in mind that these words do not indicate the subject of the sentence. So in these types of sentences we have to determine the subject. So let us learn how we should determine the subjects in such sentences, right? Okay, so what we will do is I'll show you with an example. Now there is someone at the door. So I'll ask a question, who is there at the door? So I'll get an answer, someone. So this is a subject. Here is a medicine in the drawer. What is there in the drawer? Medicine, right? Then it is the decision you have to take. So who has to take the decision? You. So like this, in these sentences we have to find the subject, or we have to determine the sentence with the help of the same question, who or what. With this we will get to know that what is the subject in these sentences. Okay, now let's come to the third category, that is the imperative sentence, right? Yesterday I told you that imperative sentence is a sentence in which we give an advice, or we do a polite request, or we command, or we give a command to someone, or we give an order to someone, right? So like in these types of sentences, how can we take out the subject and predicate? For example, if I say stand up, so we don't know that what is a subject and predicate in these sentences. Like stand up, move out of the class. Second sentence, for example, I said move out of the class, or stand up. So stand is a verb, right? So in this we can't find out what is a subject, but in the imperative sentences the subject is the word you, because we are giving an order, or we are doing a polite request to someone else, right? So that someone else comes like it is a you. So you word is an subject. Okay, so you word is a subject, and the rest, that is stand up or move out of the class, these are the group of words which comes in under the predicate, right? Okay, now I'll come to the last kind of a sentence, that is the exclamatory sentence. So how can we find out the subject in the exclamatory sentences? For example, if I take an example, how beautiful the rose is, okay, and the exclamatory mark. So how I can find out the subject in this? I can find out the subject in this by putting a question, right? So what is beautiful? The rose. So the rose is a subject, and whatever group of words coming before the subject is a predicate, that is how beautiful. So how beautiful, it is a predicate, and the rose is a subject. For example, I will take another example, that what a lovely poem the poet wrote. Who wrote the lovely poem? So I get the answer, the poet. So this is the subject, and what a lovely poem, it is a predicate. Okay, so I'll give you a set of sentences. So we will find out that how can we find a subject in that. Okay. Now, if I see, I have taken 5 sentences. Okay, so first sentence, if I take, how delicious the cake is. So I will ask a question to myself that what is delicious? I am getting the answer, the cake. So the cake is the subject, and how delicious, I told you that the group of words which is before the subject, it is the predicate. So how delicious is a predicate and the cake is a subject. So, and this is which category? This is exclamatory sentence. Now next I'll come to the sentence come in. So with this sentence you will be able to see that it is an imperative sentence. So I told you in imperative sentence we will be writing you as a subject and come in will be the predicate, right? Next, third sentence, have the guests arrived? So it is an interrogative question, right? So this is a helping verb, and the guest, who arrived? The guest. So I got the answer, the guest is a subject and have is the predicate, because I told you that the subject will always come after the helping verbs. Next, there is a ball lying under the bed. What is lying under the bed? A ball. So this is a subject. Okay. And the last, the clouds floated across the sky. What floated across the sky? The clouds. So this is a subject and this is a predicate, right? And the last category is a declarative sentence, and the fourth one which I told you that in the sentences where we use there is, it is, here is. So in these, how we can find the subject? We have to determine the subject in these sentences. Okay, so with this I came to an end, and I'll show you the recap. That is, a sentence has 2 parts, that is a subject and a predicate. And the subject is the doer of the action. So to identify the subject, we ask who or what does the action. So thank you so much for watching this video. So kids, with this we come to an end of the topic, that is the subject and predicate. Thank you for watching the video, and I will be back with a new topic tomorrow. Till then, be safe, stay at home, and take care of yourself. Thank you so much.